Hello and welcome back to today's episode of Jeopardy. Competitors will be answering questions about bees to win 6 bottles of fresh honey, the ultimate prize, okay? Our competitors are Liam, Bianca, and Grit. How you folks doing? The first question is, what shape of wax cells do bees make? There is A, squares. B, triangles. C, hexagons. Or D, circles. Bianca. It's obviously A, squares. They look easy to build. Duh. That is incorrect. Let me explain. 4 corners are too long to offer good support for the wax cells. They would just crumble in, and they can't support the other squares. So that is the wrong answer. So sorry. Keep trying. Okay, who will go? Liam? Okay, Liam, what's your answer? I'm gonna go with B, triangle. Has the least amount of lines, you know, the Bermuda Triangle, strong. That is also incorrect, because triangles also have too long of lines to provide good support. You know, it's kind of should have got that for last time. Whatever. On to the next person, Greg. Talking to me? Greg, my man. What do you got, Greg? Which one? Please get it right. Okay, well, think of C. Finally! Okay, somebody got it right. That's my man, Greg. Oh, it actually is? I didn't expect that. You got it right. You want to know why? They have more edges, and that means shorter lines. This provides them with more support, and they could hold up more weight, which is amazing. That is the end of our segment, Jeopardy. So, let's continue on to the next part of this video. Why, thank you for passing the segment to me. Even though she mentioned that longer lines mean less support, it's also good to visualize why that's true. So, in this segment, I will be showing you a visual representation. Down here, I have 3 different shapes. The 3 shapes in the previous question, minus the circle. We don't have a circle, but still. I forgot the circle in that one too, so it doesn't count. Anyways, we have these 3 shapes that have been in the previous demonstration. We have hexagon, a square, that's kind of, it's more of a rectangle, but you get the point. And a silly looking triangle. I tried with these, okay? I struggled. I don't know why I did, but I did, so. But this is the shapes we have, and you can do this at home too. It's just construction paper folded into these shapes. You're going to be testing these one at a time, each shape, on 2 different levels. We have 2 different books, one about parakeets, because why not? And it's kind of thick, kind of thin. It's not a bad, like, weight, you know? And I have the big book, which is all the Anne of Green Gables books. This is definitely more on the heavy side for sure. That's the 2nd level. That one's going to be the hard one to pass. This is going to be testing which shape holds up the longest, or the best. We will be starting off with the triangle, the one with the longest sides. Why is this not a good shape? Because its sides are too long. It doesn't hold up well. Let's test it with the 1st level. Okay, it holds up on the 1st level. That's a good sign. Now, let's test the square rectangle thing. Still pretty well. Now, the hexagon. Well, good. All of them passed the 1st level. Let's go. No one's been eliminated yet, so let's see how the 2nd level goes. Okay, so time for the 2nd level. Let's start off with the triangle. How many pages is this? 630. I'm sorry, triangle, but your time's here is done. On to the next contestant, the square rectangle. I still don't know which one it is. This has 4 edges, 4 corners. And again, this should be too long to be able to hold it up. It folded over on itself, like the triangle. Time for the hexagon. Let's see what 630 pages does to this. Nothing. Unfazed. With the most corners, the shortest sides. You know? Unexpected. Coming in at third place is the triangle. Although you would think, oh, that's a quick method, I guess, you know. It should be like, it's a fairly simple shape to make. You know, only 3 corners. Well, those 3 corners don't hold up well. The weight is not evenly distributed and it has weak spots like on the long edges. The square. It's just a simple grid system. You know, although it has more edges, I'll give you that. It doesn't hold up the weight well either, you know? It still collapses on itself in the end. Bye-bye. Too bad. The hexagon. Everyone knows the shape. Everyone knows the shape for bees. It is their iconic thing. And it has a good reason. It is an amazing structure for the bees. And honestly, even in building, people do use it for building too. It has 6 corners. On to the next segment. So, what else can the little honeycomb be useful for, you might be wondering? Well, other than them being iconic, my dog's also running around too, by the way. So, if you hear a wrecking ball running through our yard, you know. The little wax cells can be used to store food, rear young, and even like protect the hive. And, this is pretty cool. You know, 2020, quarantining, you know the phrase. Wax cells are waterproof, so bees can actually seal off parts of like the cell. Like if disease gets on one part of the hive, they're like, nah man, we ain't staying, you crazy. The melting point is also low, so it's not a big hassle to have to make or morph the wax, you know? I mean, obviously it takes some energy, but like, get this, it can be like a fighting arena too. So like 2 bees, they're going at it, they're like, hey man, that's my honey I made. Since when? Literally just made it, like, dude, there's literally like 1,000 of us. I don't know who's whose. We don't care. Oh, you want to go? You want to go now? So yeah, bees can like fight on the honeycomb too. Anyways, what's more important than fighting? None other than the waggle dance. I love the waggle dance. It is such a cool thing. What is it? You may be asking at this point. Let's take a look at what the waggle dance would look like with some chalk and concrete. We're going to do the color yellow for bees. So, the waggle dance. It's kind of shaped in a figure 8. And bees just go around. Anyways, there's a straight line that goes through the figure 8. And this is where the bees will this is the main course. The bees will start off and just kind of like wiggle, you know, just 2 miles that way towards east. It's good. The waggle dance. This guy's got a little smiley face, by the way. Awesome. Good vibes. Anyways, sorry. Distracted.